What's up, guys? This is Gabe, also known as Darth Vapor on the forums, and today we're going to be reviewing the Silver Bullet from Altsmoke. I've had this for about a year, so just haven't got around to reviewing it. I did have it reviewed, and then I lost it on my SD card. So, yeah, just going to kind of get around to it. She's whining. I'm going to let her down. Say bye. Bye. Here you go. Alrighty, so here's an excellent mod that I have here. It was my first mod I ever purchased. Can do 3.7 or 6 volts on this. Comes in an assortment of colors. I picked red with the black switch. That was my personal favorite. There's yellow, white, purple, green. I think there's blue, vein, silver, black. It's just a bunch of different colors. It's a glossy finish. Looks cool. It's made out of aircraft aluminum. One of my favorite things about the Silver Bullet is, well, I actually have two things. One of them is the switch. It's indented, so if it's in your pocket, which mine ends up in my pocket a lot, doesn't really have the chance to misfire. I mean, when you get a mod that has a button that comes out, it's so easy if it's pushed up against your pant leg when you're sitting down for it just to sit there and fire and get hot. And then that leads, to a possible battery issue. It could explode, it could overheat, there could be a bunch of different things that could happen to it. So that's one of the things I like. Another is that I feel really safe with this mod. There is no vent hole on the bottom, but like I said, it is made out of aircraft aluminum, and there is a small little hole right there. Not sure if it's any type of vent hole, but I do feel like if there was to be a problem with the battery and God forbid something happened, I feel like it wouldn't be too bad of an accident. I don't know if that's crazy thinking, but it's just monster threading. I mean, it has that feel to it, to where if something were to happen to the battery, I feel like it would just happen inside and stay inside of the Silver Bullet. So let's hope I'm not wrong. I haven't read any accidents on it. There's just a big difference when I'm holding a plastic box mod and it's starting to get hot, or the batteries are getting hot, and I don't feel too safe. I feel like if it were to explode in my face with plastic, that it would be really bad, and I don't get that feeling with this as much. And it is something I always keep in my mind, because us as vapors, anything could happen with these mods, box mods. Batteries can mess up all the time, so it is something I always keep in the back of my mind. Okay, when you buy a Silver Bullet, it's about $84.99 is what I paid when I got it from Altsmoke.com. You pay extra if you want the battery, the charger, the atomizers. I think there's drip tip, and it's all on the same page. You just kind of click and pick what you want. I just got the Silver Bullet in this it's an Ultra Fire. It's a XSL 18650 2600 mAh. It's a 3.7 volt. I have yet to do 6 volts on the Silver Bullet. I've been pretty happy at 3.7 with low resistance. Got a battery in here. I picked this up at another online vendor. This is a Trustfire. It's a TR001 battery charger. It has the 2 bays. Just slide it in. Plug it into the wall. Pretty self-explanatory. Takes about 8 hours or so for this one to charge. Lasts me maybe about 4 to 5 days with the Silver Bullet. My main uses for it are when my other batteries are charging, throughout the day or at night. I leave this on the little ledge in my room, And yeah, I just pick it up when my other stuff needs to be charged. Now, would I take it out, or have I taken it out, in front of other mods? Absolutely. But these days, it does mostly kind of sit just for those purposes. But still an excellent mod. If you want to use the 6 volts, you have to use the 16 340s. There's 2 of them. This charger does say that it will charge it. It charges 10 430s, 10 440s, 14 500, the 16 340s, 17 670, 18 500, and the 18 650, which is this. If you want to buy the smaller kits, you can go to a number of different shops online. I know like Clouds of Vapor is one that I see pretty decent price. It's like $16.99, and you get the 2 CR123s and the charger. So if you're looking to go the 6 volt route, that's where I would go. So okay, we'll get into this. Charger on Altsmoke was like 18 or 19 bucks. I got this for 10. So usually I wouldn't do this, but Carolina Vapes, I'll leave a link in the description box where I got the charger. If you want to save the shipping costs, you can get it all at Altsmoke. So I'm not 100% sure either from all the other vendors that sell a Silver Bullet. I've seen it at a couple different places. Can't remember off the top of my head. But as far as I know, Altsmoke is not the only place that carries the Silver Bullet. Okay. Be using a bridgeless 306 atomizer. It's 1.5 ohm, which is my second favorite setup. First favorite setup for the Silver Bullet would have to be a tank with a low resistance cartomizer. My problem is my tanks always break. I don't know if I end up getting crappy tanks or what happens, but the seal always breaks off, or I don't know. Something's always just going on. It leaks. So I've kind of steered away from the tank. But I know the first week I had my first tank, it was amazing. I mean, I didn't have to drip. I didn't have to do anything. I did have to make a little bit larger size holes, but that was one thing. So the ideal setup for this, if I had better luck with tanks, would be probably a 3.5 mil or even a 6 mil tank, and low resistance cardo, and a Cherry Vapes Ming drip tip. 306 favorite Addy. That's what atomizer I use 95% of the time, and it also goes great on the Silver Bullet. I'm going to drop a drop of juice. Okay. I mean, you can't really ask for much more. That's I think 50% VZ juice. Alright, so gave me a great throat hit. Got to take into consideration the juice as well. It's a 24 milligram juice, and I haven't vaped for a couple hours, so probably that's why I'm getting such a decent throat hit. You can use 510 connection, you can use a 306, cartomizer, atomizer, tank. You can get the adapter, you can put the Vivi Stardust for the Ego, you can do all sorts of stuff. So standard connection, you can buy the adapters. I mean, it's really versatile. First mod, I highly recommend it. It was my first mod. Definitely kind of taught me how to be safe with batteries. It's a great mod, I guess, to learn around, you know, getting the different batteries, chargers, you know. I don't know. I guess it gave me a little bit more knowledge. If I were to have to go with today, a variable volt or the silver bullet, I haven't found a variable volt that I actually own that I felt as safe and was as sturdy and nice as a silver bullet. But performance-wise and what I'm looking for, I usually vape around 5.2 volts on a standard Addy and about 4.2 to 4.3 on a low resistance. So I do like a little bit of the higher voltage. 6 volts is a little bit too high for me. I know there's a lot of silver bullet users out there that do enjoy the 6 volts. It's something I haven't tried with this yet, and I probably won't, to be 100% honest. But it is a great mod. Definitely recommended for starters, or even if you're, you know, a veteran vapor and you haven't got around to trying it. I really do recommend it. This is probably the first mod that I've owned that I haven't, you know, reviewed it the first or second day that I've gotten it. Got it like 2 days before St. Patrick's Day last year, so I mean, it's been definitely tried, it's been tested, it's been used a lot, and you can't tell. The only thing that you can really notice cosmetic-wise would be up here at the top. It almost looks like maybe a little bit of the paint is bubbling, and it's just around the connection. So it's not bad. It's not something that would make or break the purchase. It doesn't affect the way it vapes. And unless you're looking at it without the Addy on it, you can't really tell. So, I mean, that's really the only flaw. You can get the IMR batteries with it, which you can also charge in the Trustfire multifunctional. And yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a great price. It's definitely either go with this or, you know, the only other mod I would recommend would be like the V-Tube or ProVary, or, you know, variable voltage, some type of variable voltage box mod or something. So there it is. Great starter mod, great mod in general. And hope you enjoyed this video, and I appreciate it. Thanks.